You can put half of Trump supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables. Right? The racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic, you name it.
When Hillary Clinton called our voters and our supporters deplorable, I think it helped change the dynamics of the entire race.
So what does she get out of criticizing a quarter of the country, presumably some of whom she'd love to have vote for her?
We have the support of cops and soldiers, carpenters and welders, the young and the old, and millions of working-class families who just want a better future and a good job. These were the people Hillary Clinton so viciously demonized. These were among the countless Americans that Hillary Clinton called deplorable.
What Hillary Clinton has done here is she's created a community.
Our next guests are Trump supporters who are embracing the deplorable label.
We wanted to show everybody that we're not deplorable, we're normal middle-class women.
We don't win, we lose. We are going to start winning again. We're going to win with everything. We're going to win so much, you are going to get so sick and tired of winning. I say this kiddingly, but I love saying it. You are going to get so tired of winning. You're going to say, please, please, Mr. President, we can't take it anymore. The people of New Mexico cannot take it. You're winning too much. We can't stand it. Please, don't win so much. And I'm going to say, I'm sorry. We're going to keep winning. We are going to make America great again.
New polls just out tonight nationally. Hillary Clinton, after the first debate now at 47 to Donald Trump's 42.
Clinton is polling now at 49%, Donald Trump at 44%.
There comes a moment in every great endeavor when success or failure is determined by the decisions you make under duress at a seminal moment. Donald Trump's moment came in October.
Billy Bush weekend was probably the most difficult weekend of the campaign. What was taking place at Trump Tower was the staff there was attempting to manage the president and come up with a solution. Some people told the president to get out of the race, and he was going to go down and have the biggest defeat in our history. But what I knew about Donald Trump was you never back down, you double down.
That 2005 Access Hollywood tape wasn't just lewd remarks. Trump was literally explaining a time-tested strategy for sexual assault.
The swing voters have been these college-educated white women who went for Mitt Romney by 6 points, and in our last poll, went for Hillary Clinton by 25 points. They last night saw nothing to bring them to Donald.
Could I just cut through? I have one thing to say, one thing only. And that is that this race is over.
Basically, this was just going to be a coronation now for Hillary Clinton, and Donald Trump had no shot.
An estimated 20,000 people turned out last night at a football stadium in Mobile, Alabama.
NBC News SurveyMonkey poll is out today. It puts Hillary Clinton up by 10 points over Donald Trump.
The first exit polls come out, and the margin is so bad that there's basically not enough votes left to go and make it up. We're going to lose everything. And in CNN, you can feel the jubilation that the reporters are having.
You know what we haven't had in a presidential election in a long time? A real landslide. And I don't want to oversell this here, but at least right now, in this moment, we're seeing an interesting possibility in this presidential race.
It was funny because when I saw Florida come in and they refused to call it for Donald Trump, I knew at that moment that CNN didn't want to call it because it would be the end of it all.
The result of the election hasn't been officially declared yet, so go ahead.
I knew at that moment that the president had won.
I did not think the swamp could be beaten. I did not think that the Hillary Clinton machine could be beaten. I did not think that Donald Trump would beat them. The biggest surprise of the night But if I had to say secondary to that, it would definitely be the response of all the pundits and the pollsters as they saw their whole brand just melt around them when they were proven 100% false on everything that they had been saying for the last 6 months.
And all of a sudden, by 10:30 at night, I know Trump's going to be the president-elect of the United States. And I've got to go back on CNN, and it was an amazing feeling.
You've won, so act like you've won.
I think Donald Trump is going to go on tonight. I think he's waiting for Hillary Clinton to call him and concede this race. And then he's going to make a very gracious speech which says, I want to be the president for the entire United States. I want to bring everyone together. I don't think it's outrageous for him to wait.
No candidate in modern American politics has ever run a wire-to-wire first-place campaign. We went in first place, and we never looked back.
We are going to make this decision now. The Fox News decision desk has called Pennsylvania for Donald Trump. This means that Donald Trump will be the 45th president of the United States.
There are demonstrations in major American cities across the country tonight over the election of Donald Trump.
Tens of thousands marched in streets across the United States on Saturday. Protests held in big cities such as Los Angeles, New York, and Chicago. But in Portland Saturday night, it turned violent.
People filling the streets in America's cities, protesting President-elect Donald Trump.
Crowds set fires, blocked freeways, and gathered at Trump's buildings all across the country.
You're awake, by the way. You're not having a terrible, terrible dream. Also, you're not dead and you haven't gone to hell. This is your life now. This is our election now. This is us. This is our country. It's real.
The Washington Post is now reporting that a secret CIA report concluded, quote, that Russia intervened in the 2016 election to help Donald Trump win the presidency.
The most important thing to understand about what happened in 2016 is that it wasn't about a man, but it was about a message and a platform. Both left and right had betrayed the nation. The GOP didn't understand that Donald Trump won despite the Republican Party, not because of the Republican Party.
When he took this country over on January 20th, 2017, we were in real trouble, and we still are.
I attended the inauguration with my wife, was going to become a citizen just a month later. She had never heard a politician speak like this, and she mentioned that this is going to be a presidency like we'd never seen before. And when you listen to that inauguration speech, you understood that he was getting ready for battle.
We will reinforce old alliances and form new ones, and unite the civilized world against radical Islamic terrorism, which we will eradicate completely from the face of the earth.
And after that speech, we got a preview of exactly what the media was going to do in terms of coverage of Donald Trump, in calling it dark, in evoking Nazism, in saying all the most horrible things that you can say about an inauguration speech.
When he said today, America first, it was not just the racial, the Hitlerian background to it.
This American carnage stops right here and stops right now.
The media can't resist. Why could they always not resist comparing folks to Nazi Germany or Hitler?
From this day forward, it's going to be only America first. America first.
We want to hear that message of America first. However, it carries with it overtones from the 1930s when an anti-Semitic movement saying we don't want to get involved in Europe's war. It's the Jews' fault in Germany. The words themselves carry very ugly echoes in our history.
Finally, we must think big and dream even bigger. In America, we understand that a nation is only living as long as it is striving. We will no longer accept politicians who are all talk and no action, constantly complaining, but never doing anything about it. The time for empty talk is over. Now arrives the hour of action.